What is underpainting and what does it actually do to your skin? Hello guys, I'm Val, welcome back to my channel. I may sound a bit weird. I got sick about 10 days ago and I think my voice is still not fully back here. So I apologize if I sound out of normal range. So today I want to try out the technique called underpainting. It's a technique by the Hollywood artist and I first actually found out about it in TikTok, Ask Ellen Beauty. She's a professional MUA and she's just using that technique all the time, and I was curious what it is about and why she loves it so much. But because for me I feel like it's a lot of products to actually use on the face, and this is just pure curiosity in how it's gonna go and how it's gonna wear and what's gonna happen to my skin. Usage of that technique. First things first, hair away from the face. I cannot stand hair in the face when I'm doing makeup. Today I will be using this Harmony 1 from Makeup Forever. It's supposed to be all-in-one palette with creams. It's actually a pretty good one. And it has all of the colors that I may need for the underpainting specifically. So the contour shade, the blush and lightest colors. There is also a highlighter, this one, but it just has a bit of shimmer in it and does nothing really, so I'm gonna skip that one instead. So I'm gonna scoop out with the spatula a bit of this stuff onto my back of the hand. I don't need much. Also, Ellen says that you can use pretty much warmer colors as your underpainting, because it will be okay when you apply stuff on top. So I'm gonna take the lightest shades. I'm not sure if I need my cool tone for the concealer, but so 3 of these, and I have little brushes. Let's just dig right in. She also says not to blend it completely, like you can leave it as is, so that's what I'm trying to do. I also have RCMA, but I think I won't need it. She uses Crayolan paint stick. I have none of the Crayolan paint sticks, so that's out for me. I'm gonna use the same brush. Yeah, it's really warm. And I feel like I'm using a lot of things. Like the product itself is quite a bunch, actually. Keep digging. Nothing else matters. Nose contour, just a bit to here. And forget the eyes. I'm not sure that it's needed, but mustache kind of cool. Temples, everything looks a bit grotesque in my opinion. I will also use blush. Usually that's enough, but obviously not in this case. I'm gonna use it more. This palette is definitely not made for underpainting. So I'm looking ridiculous, like a painting pretty much. And now let's put on the layer of foundation. I will use Natural Radiant Longwear. It's one of the foundations that I use the least. It has a bit of a weirdness to it, but I cannot explain it fully. And I hope that's gonna be enough. So, loading the brush and stippling over. I'm so sorry, I'm not very talkative when I'm actually doing something. It's very hard to concentrate and it does not give me a good ideas in my head because I'm like I actually did not need too much. So far so good. It's pretty good foundation I feel like, and I stippled it, and I could have used more most likely. I just don't want to. On top of everything, Ellen usually uses like typical products like blush. I'm using Natasha Denona Cheek Duo with my finger to not disturb the foundation on top. And in my case, when I'm using blush, I'm not using heavy contour anymore because it just doesn't feel right. I usually prefer one or another, and if it's my contour, it has to be a cold contour, and if it's the blush, it's just supposed to be blush, nothing else. That would be it. So far it looks good. Let me show you the footage from my phone in the same lighting. First of all, I want to say that I'm very, very lucky to not have a lot of pimples or anything on my skin. It's pretty clear, and I try to keep it like that, and this technique seemed to work fine on me because I don't have the facial texture that is very prominent. I have no idea how it's going to look on the face with a bigger amount of texture. So I'm sorry that I'm not able to provide you any insights about this, and yeah, I want to see how it wears as well. So far, the foundation on top actually lays nicer than if I just apply it on its own. I did have a moisturizer. I had a Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream for eyes and the face, and I used a small Glam Glow Nude Glow, this little buddy. It's a pretty nice smelling one. I enjoy this stuff. Yeah, so let me finish my face, and I will come back to you in a couple hours when everything will be a bit more worn, and I want to see just how it behaves throughout the end. Yeah, so far it looks really good, and I don't feel like I need to use my NARS concealer, which is speaking a lot about this thing for me personally. Yeah, let me finish the face and I will get back. So this is my look which I created. There will be a short available with the steps of this makeup. This is, by the way, using the Lime Crime Venice Immortalis, which is my recent purchase. I enjoy this palette a lot, even though it's very dramatic in this regards. But what I want to say is that underpainting is a very interesting technique when you need to go somewhere where you will face this kind of light. So this is like a continuous lighting, or sometimes also flashes from the camera. Then it looks incredible. If I close up to my face, and if the couple hours will pass, it starts to show all the small lines. To me personally, maybe that's just the foundation that I used, but yeah, it's not as smooth, and because I'm sick, I also need to wipe my nose from time to time. That removes the foundation as well. So in short, this is great for events, for things where you get photographs on, for something more official. But when it comes to everyday life, I don't think that it's needed. Like, you don't really need this layer of stuff. Yes, underpainting is fun, and you can use quite a bunch of things. And this is also a way to use those products that don't fit you well. So if your contour is too warm, you can place it under your foundation. But of course it has to be not the powder contour, but the cream one. But that's awesome utilization of this technique, and then that you are using your contour finally. Same goes with the blush that maybe does not fit you that well. And on top you just buff your foundation and everything looks great, because foundation covers majority of this stuff. But because it covers majority of this stuff anyway, so what's the actual point of doing it every day? So that's why I'm getting a bit more confused, I guess, on the purpose, except for the event stuff. As for wearing, this is not a wear test of the foundation of NARS, so it's not going to be like 6 hours, and I'm just saying what I already see. It does look good, it's very interesting, it photographs nicely. I did a couple of photos as well, and obviously it just does what it needs to. This foundation is not the perfect match for me. This is another point to the event where you're getting photographed. Gotta be careful with the foundation shade. This is Mont Blanc, and I'm around Oslo, so I have to mix Mont Blanc and Oslo to actually get my shade, or I will be completely pale as an Oslo. So yeah, that was very interesting tryout. It was kind of cool to check how these things work together, how and what for this technique can be used. I hope it was somewhat helpful for some of you as well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. And I enjoy a lot when you guys are writing something to me in comments, because this is the feedback I'm trying to get, and the one that I'm really happy about. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!